Hi, this is Dr. Gary, and welcome to my weekly tune-up this week. Over the years of doing these tune-ups, there's always been this common theme that we have problems and we don't know how to solve them. Whether it's guilt, relationships, parents, illness, something happens to us or something comes to us in our life and it seems like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do about that now? Well, I've got that going on, we all do. And one of the things that I've always heard, especially heard this as a younger person, the older you get, it seems like there's less time to do stuff. Seems like the problems get bigger. Well, I'm not so sure that's true. This is the only time I've ever lived, and I do know it seems like there's not enough time, and my challenges seem to get bigger the older I get. But there is a reason for that, if you've noticed that. And some of you young people who watch this will probably be the case with you as well. The reason it seems that way is as we get older, we have more wisdom and knowledge. Today, you're smarter, brighter, more intelligent, more experienced now than at any other time in your life. You've done more stuff, been more places, solved more challenges. And with solving more challenges, it becomes exponential in understanding that more things can happen. They can either happen for the good or happen for the bad. Today, we're going to talk about the isness of now. And Eckhart Tolle talks about the isness of now, and what that primarily is whatever's going on in your life is. And many people resist what is. They resist the things that are going on in their life or what is perceived to be a problem today. And most of the time, all problems are little challenges or little bits of wisdom we haven't got yet. And they kind of march down the road and work clothes for us, make us work a little bit harder to figure it out. Today, there's a certain way of doing this that makes it a little bit easier than not doing it. And that is understanding the isness of now, or what is right now. If we resist what's in our life, if it seems like a problem right now, it's going to get worse. The reason it's going to get worse is we're going to act on it without all the data and the knowledge required to solve the challenge. Remember, the only reason it seems like a challenge right now is we probably haven't experienced handling anything quite like this yet. So it's a little bit fearful. There's this element of the unknown. And it also makes us a little bit fearful of what could happen and can this go wrong and what if I don't fix it and will I survive? And you always want to ask yourself, at the absolute worst, can I survive this? And probably the answer is yes. By stepping back from the mountain, stepping back from the problem, and looking at the entire scope of it and giving yourself a breath, remember, because something happens right now, and you can say, well, it's got to be done right now, Gary. A lot of times there's still a little bit of time. You can step back from it by stepping back, almost kind of dissociating from it, not owning it, not being it, and not identifying with it. What's going to happen is you're going to notice options that maybe you haven't noticed before. Or maybe some experience you've had in some other situation is going to be able to be applied to this a little bit if you add a couple of other things to it. The isness of now simply is the philosophy of accepting what is right now, allowing it in your life rather than resisting it, and telling yourself, I can learn something from this. This will make me better. And then the big element is trust. Trust yourself to be okay with it. This is a big element that most people never think about. One of the big things that causes people problems in handling challenges and problem, whether it's guilt, relationships, or communication, or somebody's mad at them, is trusting it's going to work out. Trust yourself. It usually always works out. And if it doesn't work out the way you want it to, it still gets worked out somehow. Take control of it today by taking control of your emotions and your thoughts and your feelings and step away from it a little bit. Give yourself time to collect data, do some research, or just think about it a little bit in a resourceful way, which means in a way that you can visualize and see yourself solving this challenge, or how would you like it to be? If you can accept what is in your life right now, the resistance stops. It becomes part of who you are and part of your complex equivalency of experiences. By resisting, it's going to become painful. You're not going to be thinking clearly. You're going to make mistakes in solving the challenge. So step back, allow, let what is be that right now, and also understand you have a right to be able to take a little bit of time and solve that challenge the way you want to. Not the way you get manipulated into sometimes by having to hurry, or the presupposition or the predisposition of somebody telling you they want the answer now. You can wait. Step back, take a breath, trust, have confidence, because the more calm you are, the smarter you are. Always remember that. When you're calm, your intelligence works a little bit better. When we're stressed out, when we're in that moment of crisis, we're not thinking clearly. We make a lot of mistakes. I've done a lot of that myself. I've learned this the hard way. I've responded to things, even on the internet, that are laying there right now. They're almost embarrassing because I didn't take the time to really think through it. I was mad or upset or hurt. So today, the isness of now. Let's work on that. Until next time, I'm asking you to have a great week, and whatever walks in your door this week that looks like a big challenge, understand it's just a little problem with work clothes, and there is an answer to it. Step back from it, allow it in your life, let it be, trust, and you'll be surprised how well you can actually do with it. Until next time, this is Dr. Gary thanking you for being part of our family. Bye-bye.